we saw the Laffey hit again and again. It was as if the entire Japanese Air Force was coming down on that one destroyer, like watching a man being pummeled who refused to fall.
With Okinawa secured, United States Naval Command deployed a radar picket screen. Destroyers and support craft outfitted with radars and air defense guns were to monitor for Japanese aircraft and provide advance notice of any inbound threats. On the morning of April 16, 1945, USS Laffey stood watch on Radar Picket Station No. 1, accompanied by 2 landing support craft. Radar contacts surged at 8:08 from the north. Air cover was summoned, but it would take time for fighters to reach Laffey. The escalating number of incoming aircraft soon overwhelmed radar operators. Later reports confirmed the onset of Operation Kikusui No. 3, the third massive kamikaze assault against US forces off Okinawa. Laffey began maneuvering, changing course and speed, and engaged the first enemy scout plane. The plane dropped its bomb before retreating, while a sizable enemy airborne formation veered in the destroyer's direction. 4 enemy aircraft launched a coordinated attack, approaching the ship in pairs from both port and starboard. Within the US Navy, debate persisted over the best tactic to counter kamikaze attacks, whether to maneuver evasively or turn the ship broadside to unleash maximum AA fire. Given a kamikaze's superior speed, the latter was generally preferred. Another pair of dive bombers closed in, only to be met by intense, uninterrupted fire from all of the destroyer's guns. The destroyer's gunners downed all 6 aircraft, but the true threat was yet to come. Kamikaze strikes soon followed. An enemy plane approaching from port passed over the stern, clipped the main turret with a wing, and plunged into the sea. Fuel splashed across the aft deck, starting a fire. A second attacker came in fast from starboard, but was destroyed by 40 and 20mm gunfire. Another kamikaze followed close behind it. The kamikaze was the Empire of Japan's weapon of last resort. Loaded with explosives, these planes struck with devastating force, detonating on impact, showering shrapnel, and igniting fires with their spilled fuel. Japanese aircraft came in relentless waves. 2 more kamikazes slammed into Laffey's stern, disabling the main turret and starting fires that destroyed a 20mm mount and threatened the 40mm magazines. Ammunition had to be dumped overboard. Contact with the engine room was lost. The crew below relied on the sound of gunfire to track the battle. The ship's firepower degraded. A bomb knocked out rudder control, leaving Laffey unable to steer. With the action entering its second hour, and during a brief lull, a suggestion was made to Commander Frederick Beckton to abandon Laffey.
I'll never abandon ship as long as a single gun will fire.
Though fighting valiantly, Laffey urgently required assistance. Carrier-based aircraft sent to aid her were intercepted by 24 enemy fighters and drawn into a fierce dogfight. Help did come after all. 12 American fighters arrived from an airfield on Okinawa. They swept into the battle to provide cover. Air combat raged overhead. In the midst of a duel with an American fighter, a Japanese plane clipped Laffey's mast from the port side, shearing off the US flag. Without hesitation, a signalman climbed the mast and hoisted a new one. As the second hour drew to a close, the assault on Laffey finally ended. Over the course of 80 harrowing minutes, she downed no fewer than 8 aircraft and survived 6 direct kamikaze hits. Even with the aft section flooded, fires still burning, and steering disabled, Beckton estimated Laffey remained 30% combat effective. The heroic stand of USS Laffey did not go unrecognized. Her commanding officer and numerous crew members were awarded for their valor. In recognition of her crew's extraordinary bravery, Laffey would be awarded a Presidential Unit Citation.
USS Laffey's brilliant performance in this action reflects the highest credit upon herself and the United States Naval Service.
Now preserved as a museum, USS Laffey rests in Mount Pleasant near Charleston, South Carolina. A lasting tribute to her wartime service.